Hi everyone, long time no see. I know it has been a hot minute since I have uploaded a video. Not trying to make excuses, but my laptop ran out of storage, or I didn't have enough storage to upload the videos to edit them, and I was too lazy to figure out how to fix it. Till recently, I did it. But anyways, today's video I am going to be using some products, or I was going to do a testing out products I was influenced to buy, but quite frankly, I've had all these things for about 2 months because I've been too lazy to fix my storage on my computer. So I'm going to be just demoing and telling you my thoughts on these products. It's not a lot. I thought I was going to have more. Quite frankly, every time I watched a video and that I thought like, oh, I'm going to be influenced to buy something that I don't already have, everything that I was interested in, I already have tried. So let's just get into it. I'm gonna clip my hair back real quick and we'll get started. It is September 1st, the day I'm filming this, so it is like, it's not technically fall, but it's fall, not fall, it's fall. It's time for the transition, for me anyways. So how was everybody's summer? I would love to know. Leave a comment down below. Let's just get right into it. First, I'm going to use my ColourPop That's Taupe palette. I was influenced to buy this by Ali Glines here on YouTube. I've actually been wanting to buy it since this first launch, which was forever ago, but I just never got around to it until a few months ago. So here we are. I'm going to start off with the shade Boa here. We're going to just be very simple. I got to go run some errands, so I don't want to be too glam today. I've been pretty glam before running some errands, but today I'm having the very relaxed, easygoing, simple makeup vibes. I'm just kind of starting this in my crease and then washing it all over my lid. I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller brush. This is the ColourPop E17. I'm going to go into the shade Next Door, Pebble Beach, and I'm going to kind of, with my eyes open because I have a slightly hooded eye shape, just kind of stamp where I want the most definition. And then I'm going to blend it out with that first brush that I was using. Okay, so that's about it. Well, just kidding. I am going to take a little liner brush, if I can find one. Here we go. This one's an angled liner brush. I'm going to mix these two bottom shades together. They are Rocksteady and Bedrock. Mostly the Rocksteady shade, the lighter shade. And I'm going to kind of stamp this messily. I'm not being too precious about where it's going. I just want to make my lash line seem a little thicker. And I'm only going about maybe 2/3 of the way over. Not all the way in, because my eyes are kind of close together, so if I pull my eyeliner all the way in like that, it makes them seem even closer together, and I don't want that. I'm going to kind of extend it just slightly past where the corner of my eye is. I'm not winging it, per se. I'm just kind of elongating a little. A little more than normal liner, but less, but not enough to make it a wing. So, I'm going to take brush, kind of smudge that so it's very soft. I'm going to take this shade Slated here. This is probably my most favorite shade in the whole entire palette. It is so pretty. And I'm just going to kind of stamp this all across the lid. I'm just being messy, not wanting to do a super like cut creasy thing. I just want sparkle to be scattery. I have just gone out with just a totally matte look before with this palette, and it is gorgeous, but I haven't worn sparkle in a while, so we're gonna do that. Sorry about my nails, they are atrocious. I haven't done them in 2 weeks. I know you don't care, but it's whatever. That is it for the eyes. I think we're done with that. I'm not gonna spend too much time fretting. I'm not really going for a super glam. I've told you this, I'm repeating myself. So I really do enjoy this. If you are into the more cooler taupey tones, highly recommend. I went through a phase where I used this every day, probably for a month. So I really, really love it. And it's in my rotation. I have a drawer full of palettes, but this one is in my little makeup bag that I also got from Ali Glines. I love these bags. So I keep it in this little pouch. I have a couple palettes in here at all times that are my favorites. I guess this would be a product I was influenced to buy. I mean, it's her product, but I really, really love it. Anywho, let's move on. The next product is the what's it called? Glowy Super Gel. I have mine in the shade. I have mine in the shade Star Glow. This was also an influenced pick from Ali Glines. She really loves it as highlighter. I actually don't like to use it as highlighter. I found that it didn't work for me that way, so I like to use it as a glowy base all over the skin under tinted moisturizer. I love the way it performs that way. I haven't decided yet if I love it enough to repurchase in a full size because I just have a mini, but I do enjoy it. I don't reach for it all the time, so the jury is kind of out. So yeah, the glow is super beautiful and I really do enjoy it. It is very, very, very pretty. I guess I like the tone of this versus, I don't know. See, I'm trying to compare it to the Charlotte Tilbury one and the Maybelline one I have, but they're kind of like, they're similar, but they're not similar because those are tinted products and this really isn't tinted. It just gives a sheer glow to the skin. It doesn't really add any coverage at all. So I don't know. I like it, but I don't know how much I like it. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to layer on one of my favorite tinted moisturizers. This is the Fenty Beauty tinted moisturizer. I have the shade 2. Oh, I forgot to mention that I already have my eyes primed and my brows done with just my usual products. The NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe and my Milani Primer, per usual. After that, I like to press it with a sponge to get the excess out after it sat for a few minutes, but I forgot to wet it, so I'm going to go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. The sponge is damp, and so this has settled pretty good. It's been about a minute, so I'm just gonna very lightly run over my entire face, mostly focusing on the spots where makeup likes to collect on me, so like around my nose and mouth and in between my eyebrows. Next product, concealer. This bad boy. This is the JOA Perfect Complexion Eye Serum Concealer with ceramides and peptides. I don't know why that was so hard for me to get out, but anyway, I was influenced to buy this first by Michaela on TikTok, and then I saw Daisy Cash use it, and I was really trying super hard to find something else from Daisy Cash that I was super interested in buying to try, but I literally have tried pretty much everything that she recommends. And so yeah, we have a very similar taste in complexion products, like the effect that we want. So I've already tried everything, but she really liked this too, and so after I saw Michaela talk about it and then her, I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I haven't taken the sponge off, but I put a little here, outside my normal places. And I actually like to let this sit for about 30 seconds before I blend it in, because since it is more serum-y, I like to let it get a little tackier to maintain better coverage so it doesn't just all wipe away and soak up in the sponge. So I'm going to blend this out with the sponge now. So my general consensus on this concealer is I like it, but I probably won't rebuy it because I quite honestly like other concealers better than this one. It's not bad by any means. I just I've really been loving the NYX Serum Concealer. I didn't do a video on it because it came out and I couldn't get my hands on it because it was always sold out because of TikTok. Oh my gosh. Does anybody else have, like, I don't hate TikTok, but I don't like it a lot. It's just made everything super difficult to get. So, even more difficult. It just spreads so quickly and then it's gone the day it comes out. It's like, ugh. Gee whiz, man. Okay, so it offers really nice coverage and it's super brightening, which I appreciate as a very fair lady, having a concealer. Oh, I forgot to tell you what shade I have. I have the shade FN015. It's very brightening, which is nice, but I could have gone up a shade, I think, because since it's been summertime, if I use too much, it kind of looks ghostly. I mean, I don't tan a lot, or hardly at all, but I like to look like I do a little. But yeah, it's nice. It offers nice sheen. My under eyes look healthy for the most part. So, moving on. It's going to be a tad warm, and I'm all out of my e.l.f. powder. It snuck up on me that I'm out, but I'm going to use this Can Make pressed powder here. I'm just going to lightly dab this around my face since I plan on running errands and it's still quite warm. Tell me, how many of you wait till the end of September or in October to decorate for fall? Me, I don't wait. 1st of September comes and I start decorating. So I'll probably start either today or tomorrow with that. But yeah, I like to enjoy it as long as possible because I do like to put my Christmas stuff up when it comes to November. So September is fall decoration time for me. Okay, so I'm gonna press away the extra powder. I don't know if you can still see that glowy stuff, this super gel underneath. You can a little bit. The more the day goes on, the more it'll start to peek through. I will show you how it looks as a highlighter today, even though I don't typically wear it like that. I will demonstrate for the video. Okay. I'm going to put on some lower lash, something on the lower lash line. Probably just a mixture of Boa and Pebble Beach. Something simple. Just going to I'm focusing it on the outer fourth of the eye and then I just sweep the rest of it in. Okay. So now I'm going to put some bronzer and blush on and I will be back. Okay, I am back. I went ahead and put mascara on too. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I put on my L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. This is like my ride or die, holy grail, short straight lash girl mascara. So, love, 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 love this stuff. And then I used my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which I put away already, I'm not going to get back out. And I used my Milk Makeup Blush in the shade Work. So that is what I have on right now, and here is how glowy my skin is at the moment. So now we're going to pop on some of this super gel. So I just put a teeny bit on and spreading it between my fingers. So there it is applied. As you can see, it just kind of adds this glimmery wet look, which I am all about. I love it. I'm obsessed with that look, but I don't know if it's my favorite product for this look. My go-to for that kind of a vibe is, oh, where'd it go? Here it is. This is the Candy Paint and Sugar Cookie by Half Caked. Here it is. Very well loved. I'm going to swatch it for you. Here it is. As you can see, it's just like virtually colorless. It has a little bit of a champagne-y shift It just gives this beautiful wet pearly look to the cheeks, which is what this does, but for me this lasts a little bit longer. This is a little sticky, but after 30 minutes it does dry down. This is dried down. Oh, it's a little tacky, but I haven't used it as a highlight in a while because I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite, but it looks nice right now. So see, no, the jury is still out on this. I guess for me right now, for this product, it depends on my mood. It does look nice, but is that the highlighter or is that the blush I put on? I don't know. Yeah, it's the highlighter. Yeah, oh yeah, it is nice. Wow. Okay, well, I will see and check up how it wears throughout the day, and I will put a note down in the description box saying if this glow lasted or if it just kind of faded away, if it stayed tacky, all that jazz, because I know this glow lasts all day for me and it's beautiful. So there was that. This concealer, it's nice. The coverage is nice, the finish is nice. It dries down a little bit more satiny than the NYX one. I kind of prefer the NYX one, so this guy I like better. So you also get more in the NYX one. The NYX one is 0.32 fluid ounces and the JOA one is only 0.20 ounces. So you get more with the NYX, and I think the NYX one is a little cheaper than the JOA one. But yeah, this one I find a little bit more creamy and hydrating, more serum-y in texture. This one is serum-y, but it doesn't stay that way. It dries down more solid. That's Taupe eyeshadow palette. It's beautiful. I highly recommend it, but it all comes down to your personal preference in eyeshadow tones. If you like taupey, neutral, more cooly tones, this bad boy is great, and I love the size. I actually prefer the 9-pan palettes over the 12 and Mega palettes. I find that these are more easier to travel with, first of all, and I am more inspired actually by the smaller palettes. It kind of limits my options and makes me think and be a little bit more creative if I want to be. So I really like the smaller size, and the colors are beautiful. The finish is amazing. So I'm going to use, all my lip liners have just disappeared. They're probably in my purses. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon. Mine's in the shade Lead the Way, and I'm just going to lightly line my lips with this. A nice, soft, natural pink. It's actually a really pretty color for like weddings. And the formula is really nice and comfortable too. Next product, I was also influenced by Ally Glines. Man, I'm influenced by her a lot. Her and Daisy Cash. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing her name, but those are the two beauty YouTubers that I watch the most. Oh, and Raw Beauty Christie. Love her. But I am the most influenced to buy things by the first two. So this is the Matte Lip Balm by Nars. I have the shade Unrestricted. So the color is lovely. It's a nice Your Lips But Better shade. It's not super drying, but it's not my favorite. It has the lip balm texture and it is matte, but since it is matte, after this dries down a little bit, it makes my lip lines a little bit more apparent, which is why I prefer traditional balms and glosses. I don't know why I thought I would like this, but I did, and I bought it, so I don't hate it. I go through spells where I do use it, but I do layer on a balm or a gloss on top of this. So here is the finished look. I think I need more blush. I really do. This is the finished look with things that I was influenced to buy. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not yet, please consider subscribing to my channel and ring the little bell so you will be notified every time I upload. Again, I'm sorry for the long gap in uploading. No excuse other than I am lazy. So yeah, that is all from me today. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!